Okay, well, we're at the time. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Let the record reflect that this is a meeting of the St. Joseph County Alcoholic Beverage Board on this 27th day of May at 9 a.m. Members of the board are Eli Wax, myself, Lee Slavinskis, and Michelle Trauber of the Indiana State Excise Police. Are there any persons here who wish to voice opposition to any permits on the agenda today? If so, please stand, state the permit you wish to remonstrate against, and remain standing.
Any remonstrators?
Is there anybody else still on the?
I think we were at.
Okay,
Okay. Will all persons in attendance seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after a violation stand and please raise your right hand? Do each of you solemnly swear to affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any testimony that you may give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Okay, thank you. You can be seated. Okay, next item is approval of the renewals without violations. I will read those. DL 7119690, doing business as 711-324-32424. RR 7105068, Buffalo Wild Wings of Mishawaka. DL 7132570, doing business as Rebel number 886. RR 7141773, doing business as La Patrona. Is there anyone willing to make a motion for approval of the renewals without violations? Somebody.
I'll second.
We have a motion to second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item, DL 7134530. It's a transfer, doing business as Family Express number 62.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
For the record, Alex Interville with Bose McKinney and Evans, attorney for Family Express, and I have Patrick Lip with me here. He's general counsel. I think that's the right.
yes, it is.
Yeah, general counsel.
At least today it is.
Yes.
Good morning.
Patrick, he used to be attorney at Valparaiso's, but came in with
Can you spell your last name for me, please?
LYP.
LYP.
So, as you mentioned, this is a transfer of ownership and location. So moving this permit from the old, I believe it was the Fresh Time store in Mishawaka to an existing Family Express location. We've been here for Family Express before, but I'll run through it. I mean, it's family owned business over in Valparaiso, headquartered there. How many stores now?
We're at 86 stores.
86 stores. And so growing fast, this permit came available and they wanted to have consistency in the market and their stores to offer a limited selection of beer and wine, warm beer, of course, it's still Indiana. All of the training will be the same. They have training at their headquarters that all of their sales associates go through that explain everybody gets their ID checked, scanning IDs, looking for signs of intoxication, all the things you make sure that they're not selling to someone who's a minor or intoxicated and shouldn't be served. State-of-the-art point of sale systems, make sure that on Sundays, the tricky one, that they're not selling before noon or after 8 p.m. So we'll lock out that sale. Zero tolerance policy. If someone sells to a minor or has a violation, they're terminated immediately. But really not a lot that there've been a couple violations here and there over the years, but nothing recently. And when that does happen, someone, it's just the human factor, right? It's not because of training. It's not because of policies. Someone just decides to not do their job the way they're supposed to.
Okay, board members, any questions? Michelle, do you have any?
I have none.
Yeah, I just always recall that Family Express has always had a good running with us. And haven't seen you here before with a violation. Is there a motion for approval of the renewal?
Of the transfer.
Yes, of the transfer, excuse me.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Yep.
second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good to
Appreciate
see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
The next item of business is approval of the minutes of the last meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. With no other business before the Mishawaka portion of this meeting, I will call for an adjournment. So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion is passed. Mr. Caldwell, you take over.
There we go. Call to order the Alcoholic Beverage Board of St. Joe County, covering the county and the city of South Bend. Present today is Eli Wax, Lee Slavinskas, Officer Traver, and I'm Jim Caldwell. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting as electronically submitted?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Next up is approval of the fortunate people who had no violations or issues. Automatic renewals. American Legion Post, Pulaski Post 357 on Sample Street in South Bend. Vicky's Inc. on Monroe Street in South Bend. Kroger Store 903 on Ireland Road in South Bend. South Bend Discount Liquors on Bendix Drive in South Bend. The Woodward in South Bend, pending location. What do we?
That permit is an escrow. They've been closed since November of 24.
Okay.
And it has a pending location because it's going to transfer.
Alrighty.
Correct, and that's why we're here today, if there are any questions regarding the upcoming transfer.
Okay,
For us.
not yet,
Yeah, do we want to set that aside, that one
if
aside?
you want.
Yeah, why
yeah,
don't we
set that
take,
aside
the
since you're
Woodward
ready.
off?
Okay, yep.
O'Rourke's Public House on Angela Boulevard in South Bend. Aloft South Bend on Main Street in South Bend. Cascade on Colfax Avenue in South Bend. Barnaby's Pizza in North Liberty.
And Java Bowl Soul.
And Java Bowl of Soul, on Main Street in South Bend.
I will make a motion for renewal of the licenses that have no violations.
So moved.
Motion in the second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Next up is, the Woodward. RR 7107119. Did you want to come up?
So, as I mentioned, this permit is an escrow. The business closed in November of 24. I'm gonna state your name for the record, please.
Morning, yes, Matt Sutra, last name is spelled Soutra.
Does he need to be sworn in as
Not really.
okay.
So when it closed in November, did Navarre Hospitality own it then?
Yes,
Yes, okay.
Correct.
And so it's closed, but transferring to a new location at some point, don't have a plan for that yet.
we do have a plan for that.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to come in today, just to discuss.
Okay.
So this space on Eddy Street Commons, 1234 Eddy Street, the former Urban Outfitters.
Okay,
We are in the process of converting that into an Osteria Amici. It'll be our second Amici concept following the success of the one in Elkhart. And our goal is to utilize the Zazu's Woodward license to transfer to the new location. Not a change of ownership per se, but a change of address.
okay. And when are you filing transfer app? Do you know?
Transfer app has been submitted.
Okay,
In fact, actually, this is Nathan, our beverage director. I don't know if you wanted to come up, but he's handled the transfer paperwork and everything's been submitted with the state at this point.
okay. So we'll see you in a month or two, maybe.
That's our hope, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today we're just renewing the Woodward
Okay.
permit.
Is there a motion to approve the Woodward permit?
So moved.
Second.
Motion in the second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
See you soon. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Next up is renewal, is Cheers Bar and Grill. Someone here from there.
This still has an alert in, the system, so we cannot hear it. They do have a letter of extension from the ATC to operate until June 15th. So,
It's before our next meeting.
so we'll see what happens by then, I guess.
Okay, is there a motion to continue?
I'll make that motion to continue. What's the date of our June meeting?
June 24th.
Make a motion to continue to June 24th.
Second.
Motion in the second to continue to June 24th. All those in favor signify by aye. Okay, next is Branded Barrel. 3816 West Western Avenue. This is DL 7132389. Good morning.
Morning,
Could you state your names for the record, please?
Frank Augustino, Agostino, preparer and attorney representing Branded Barrel.
Okay,
Inderpreet Singh. Jaskaran Singh, Jaskaran, last name Singh, Singh.
okay.
And who are you, Ms.
So
Christine?
I'm the new owner.
He's the current
First.
manager of the premises.
Okay.
He's listed on there as the manager questionnaire, and he's gonna be the transferee of the license.
Okay. Okay. So just to recap, we're here for a renewal after a violation. There were 3 violations in 2023, 2 violations in 2025. The board was not comfortable continuing not comfortable renewing the permit last month without the manager / new prospective new owner here. So, that's where we are today. All right.
So there was concern about submittal of a transfer. We did submit the transfer online on that. So if you want a copy of it, I have a copy of the entire application to
Okay, if I could just look at it
Yeah.
real quick, thank you. I'll give it right back.
It's, I have an extra copy if you wanted to, you can hold on to that, that's fine. So there is a purchase agreement between the current owners and the new owner. The new owner would be operating under a Bob Liquor is the name of his company there. It's gonna stay at the same location. He has some new ideas then to avoid what's been going on with regard to the IDs at the situation and those violations. He was gonna put in a machine reader there at the location. He was gonna have,
What do you mean by?
so when you have the IDs on that you would scan them and then it would validate or invalidate the document that they're presenting. There was an issue, I think, with foreign documents that they presented. So unless it's an unexpired foreign passport, they're not going to accept it as proof of age. He's going to have training for his staff. You said you wanted, he stated, I think you said to me that you want to go on a monthly basis. I don't know if that's going to be
Yeah, just-
practical, but that's what he,
Just
that's
to
what he
begin
did.
with, I mean, later on, we can, it's just about the culture, like once we have a good culture at the work environment, I think it all goes from there.
He also has some other licenses that he has. Those haven't had a history of violations. He's going to personally be at the store at that one. This one was part of, you have how many stores do you have?
8 Barney Stones.
You have 8 Barney
Yeah.
Stones, so it's a little hard to give personal attention to that one, and this one's kind of gotten away from them. But I think otherwise, the Barney Stones have had a good record on that. He's gonna be there personally, and but that's what he's asking you for, to approve the renewal. I do note that when I did submit this online, it says you're applying to transfer a permit. Please make sure that you're wanting to transfer that is not in renewal. Only permits outside the renewal period are eligible. We had stated last hearing that the other transfer they had submitted on paper got rejected because it was in renewal. I submitted this online. I suspect it may be rejected because it's in renewal again, but it's kind of the cart before the horse or the chicken and the egg type of argument here.
Mhm.
We're asking you to do it, give a renewal so the transfer can proceed.
We appreciate the, like you said, process and which comes first. I think our hesitation last month was the current owner was telling us that it was going to be different under new management, but we hadn't had the opportunity to speak with the new owner and current manager and hear what would be different. So I think that was the purpose, and thank you for explaining what some of those changes would be. And you said the foreign licenses, you would only be able to use US sports.
So, yes. That's supposed to, yes.
And no voter ID cards from foreign countries, no foreign
Yeah,
driver's
those
license.
are, they
No.
gotta be photo IDs as well.
Well,
Yeah.
my concern is the sheer number of violations.
Mhm.
And this is gone, you don't really come into play today. You're looking for a transfer.
Well, wait a minute, how long have you been the manager at that store?
So this particular store, so I've been doing the oversight, like, for the last, I would say 3-4 months now. But I was waiting on this transfer to actively like take over officially.
Okay, so who was the manager prior?
Cause me,
Was you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were managing up until 3 or 4 months ago when you guys kind of started talking about getting
Yes.
past the store.
And then-
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
also
I mean, I was
com-
doing the oversight. I was not like actually in the store all the time. I was just doing an oversight.
Okay, that's what I was
He
wondering.
had another part, Kamal
Kamaldeep, yes.
Kamal
He was
was primarily there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Have there been violations over the past 2 months?
Mm-mm. No, I think the other violations were all in 2025.
Can you remind me what the violations were for?
I can, it's just gonna take me a second, but I wanna say, sale to minor, do you remember?
Yeah, they're
where
pretty
there
much
were
all
sale-
sale.
Yeah.
And then
sale to
what sale divider comes loitering. So but it was primarily sale to minor.
And maybe employee permits.
I think one of them was an employee permit issue, yeah. One of the earlier ones.
Was that related to the foreign license that sale to minor, or was that just
That was,
employee?
well, I believe one of them was,
Yeah, and one of them, I think, was a situation where maybe the minor went in with a
Mhm.
21-year-old.
Was that the one?
I think that was the second to last one that you mentioned.
Okay, yeah, see, they all.
They're all
certainly-
kind of, yeah.
The adult is purchasing for the minor, right? Was that the?
And the
believe that was the
minor
second
was
last-
in the store,
and-
yeah.
and the minor was
something
in the
like
store,
that. Mhm.
While you're looking into that,
Yeah.
what's the plan for, what's the current security situation and what's the plan going forward?
So like he was describing, I have like will be like a big investment for me, so I'm gonna take it like very, very seriously. Like you said, like I have like a other store, we have like, integrated point of sale, which has the ID scanner. So you cannot do the sale without scanning the cards. So that's one of the big, things that we incorporate. The other thing is like you said, I'll be on hands in the store most of the time, which I think, the previous owner was missing because he has so many stores and he couldn't pay attention at one store. And on the training, I have, this company called like Tips, they do like, it's not very expensive training. But my thinking is like, once you have this, a culture of proper, official training, at least in 6 months or so, all the employees working there, have their mindset or in their subconscious mind, they have this ID checking and, all these compliance things settle down in their minds. So that is one of the things I'm planning to incorporate. And just another idea that I was for this particular store is that I'm gonna have like some kind of like a compliance drills, and just provide some rewards program, like a small reward, to the employee if they pass that. And give them proper training with the care for any reason. So some of the things I'm definitely gonna do from the first day, once I took over official.
What is your?
Another-
Go
So
ahead.
we had another company that's what they did. They did their own checking and they
Right.
gave, I think, a couple $100 or something to employees who passed the
Yeah,
internal check.
Are you gonna card everyone that
yes,
purchases
yes,
or wants to purchase,
yes,
regardless of age?
regardless of age.
How will you make sure that only adults are in the store? So you've talked about the point of sale. It seems like you have a good system in place. But preventing minors from coming in and hanging out in the store.
So, I mean, the policy here is actually is like, as soon as somebody enters the store, we ask them like their age and provide the identification. And if they cannot provide the identification, we ask them to leave the store immediately.
Will there be a officer or other employee standing at the door?
At this moment, I have to look at all the financials, how much we can afford. But if needed, like, that is one of the plans, to have somebody standing at the door.
Will there be security cameras that allow anyone who's
Yes.
at the register to see all angles of the store, including to see people who might be standing outside the doorway?
Yes, so we have like, a few cameras. That's also like, that's a good point. Like we have like, security cameras, but we are incorporating more cameras inside and outside. I think right now we have like 8 cameras or something. We are upgrading that to like 16 or 24 cameras, to monitor those activities.
Those will be displayed at the register.
Yes.
And I know the way the store is set up, everything's behind the glass. How many clerks do you think you're gonna have? 1 or 2?
So at the busiest time, busy times, we have at least 2 plus myself there. In the morning, it's not busy, so it's gonna be, like, I will try to be there most of the time. So I'll be, must be me and then another clerk.
Okay, because I know when people coming in, they're in that, I don't know.
Vestibule.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
vestibule area, and if you have one guy back there, there's no way he can't
Right.
be looking through and
Yeah.
do you have ID, get out, like, he's gonna be too busy waiting on customers, so I think initially you're gonna have to have more eyes on the situation until, like you said, you kind of maybe change the atmosphere of the business and let people know, like, you're asking for ID, even to be in there.
Right. I mean, my idea is to have that community know that we are selling this, very responsible here. So nobody in first place should be able to, like, even think about entering the location. Because they will be aware of the fact that these people check IDs and they don't allow anybody to enter here.
We don't have this problem with other carry-out beverage stores in the area.
Yeah, it's just, I think, like I said, it's just the culture we have to change there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
The license is a privilege, so
Well,
it's at the pleasure of the board.
yeah,
That all we can ask is for a recommendation. That's all.
I fully understand that you gentlemen are here. And I'm okay. I have no objections as to what's going on, but I got some what ifs in my mind. Once we renew this license, it's renewed. What if,
We can
for
give them
whatever
1 year.
reason,
it doesn't sell.
something happens and your deal falls through? Now we have approved the license that I can't commit without having the whole hearing, but chances I most likely would not want to renew that license.
Mhm.
But we're considering doing that in lieu of you having a deal, which still could potentially fall through.
Absolutely.
The second issue is if we renew the license and prior to the time between the transfer, what if there's additional violations? What is the board going to say then?
Yeah, I have a hard time with this one based on the history.
Well, a lot of times people file renewals and transfers together. So, we can always, if that's been filed, we can always ask, continue this until it's on the same agenda with that.
When's your extension expired?
I believe it expired, the light permit itself expired, I believe, April. You got a 3-month extension, so July.
So at the next hearing, if this gets heard, it would still, it's a possibility they could be heard at the same time and at the end, June 24th, because it's before the July hearing.
And June.
Mhm.
Let me make sure.
Let me see.
Are you checking the expiration?
Yep.
Okay.
This one's difficult because I feel like you guys are making a good faith effort to correct the situation. You're
Yeah.
gonna sell it. You have all the intent of, turning things around and I'm glad for all of you that this is the road we're going
Yeah.
down. But I don't ever recall doing one like this before,
No.
where we renewed a license that had multiple violations with a pending sale transfer coming down the highway, so,
Mhm.
Especially when you're renewing based on that sale.
Well, I think what we generally do is,
And like I said, usually they're together if there's a situation like this. Yeah, expiration date is July 8th, 26.
So let me ask, has the purchase agreement been entered into already?
Yeah, that's fine.
I believe that was
I just
attached
wanna-
with, that was attached with the transfer.
And everything, this was all submitted May 22nd online.
So the only thing that's pending for the sale to be completed is the renewal. Is that correct?
That-
And the
And
transfer
the
by
transfer, yes.
Michelle, is it accurate that if the renewal is approved, are you aware of any reason why the transfer wouldn't be approved? I know you can't, you're not in control of
And you
that.
still have to do
Yeah, I
your
don't
investigation.
think so.
You still have to stop by and they have to post the orange sign.
Yeah, so one thing I was gonna ask, Mr. Singh, you said you owned other businesses. What other businesses do you have?
So those are in small towns, one in LaFontaine, and then another one is in Winchester. So I was managing that, but I already put in an application to have a different manager for those stores. So those are like small town stores. Those can be managed remotely like that.
Are they groceries or liquor
Those
stores?
are liquor stores.
Liquor stores, okay.
And we have never had any violation over there for the last, I've been voting those for like over, I think close to 3 years now.
Okay.
No violations or nothing like
Okay, no
that.
violations, okay.
Has the purchase price been taken care of? Like, is it an escrow? Has it been proven or transferred already? Like, I don't want to get too far into your personal business, but
What,
just
what
wanna
have you,
make sure that
what
the-
consideration have you exchanged?
We've done the earnest money so far. And
has there
rest
been
of-
validation of or proof of the necessary purchase funds for closing?
So
Oh, but
are you
between-
purchasing for cash? Is it being financed?
So it's gonna be like partial, finance and $112,000. You can approve.
Have you provided verification of the existence and availability of those funds?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure that, try to eliminate the potential hurdles for.
Yeah,
Deal
what
to-
could-
You're
what
asking
could- what
between-
could fall through.
Yeah, and I don't
That's
want to get
correct.
too far into your.
No, no, I
personal
get it,
business.
yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that how.
You're trying to make sure
confident
it's,
this is
yeah, yeah.
Actually getting. close.
No, I'm fairly, I don't believe it's gonna, fall through.
And I do believe.
We talked about this a long time, yeah,
That Interpret does want to sell.
yeah.
Like, I don't think he's gonna come back and go, wait a minute, I really
Yeah.
don't wanna sell it. I think he really
I
does
think, wasn't
wanna
it
sell
like
it.
a year, maybe a little bit more than a year ago, we talked about this.
Yeah,
I was like,
because
I
he
can,
was acquiring all the Blarneys and
Can-
stuff like
yeah, I
that,
can
so.
handle it.
You have what to keep yourself busy with.
Yeah, I'm busy enough and, with this history, it's just, even before that, these two didn't even happen then.
Mhm.
Even back then I was like, I can't handle it. And again, I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Feeling to you.
It
Yeah.
sounds to me that, and you've talked about it, the violations were more, well, not excusable,
No,
caused by the inability to actively manage it as much as possible and to implement
Yeah.
certain changes. And that getting new management that would be more on top of it
Mhm.
would be helpful. It seems that it has been helpful the past few months.
Yeah.
Last month, while we didn't make any commitments one way or another, we just continued it. Speaking for myself, we expressed that, come back and show that this is really gonna go through and what the plan is. We're aware of what the previous violations were for. It seems that there's a plan in place to prevent those. Sometimes people come in and say that they're gonna turn a new leaf, but it's based off of, wishful thinking
Yeah.
and, unrealistic, hopes and dreams.
Mhm.
This is, the issue was, ineffective or insufficient management.
Mhm.
That's been solved. There's point of sale systems that should help. Security system is increased. I think it's like you mentioned, having people being checked on the way in. I think that's really important here. But in my opinion, we wanted to see that certain things would be implemented and the sale was really ready to go through. I, for myself, have seen that. What I've asked to see, I've asked to see that more verification that there actually will be a transfer. I think I've seen that, and getting to meet the new owner manager and hear from him what changes would be implemented to prevent those problems. And I believe that I've heard that today. So that's where I am.
And just something to throw out there, I've been, for the past few years, ever since we've started getting these, I was trying to enforce the same policies that I have at Blarney Stone. And, I was like, nothing is sticking, nothing is sticking. And these are the things that Karen just mentioned, things that didn't even cross my mind because I don't have to do that at Blarney Stone. So, the fact that it didn't even cross my mind and it's already coming up to him, his ideas are being shown that way already. I think that's definitely a good sign. But yeah, I really doubt this deal will fall through. And I know that's a big what if in all of your heads too.
And you're aware when you get the license, it's gonna come with all the violation history.
Yes.
The baggage.
It is a long history.
It's
This isn't just back to 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we sat with Frank, we went through all of
That's the reason, it's gonna be a big investment for me as well. Like I said, the other two stores are not that big, so I have to take this very seriously, and that is the reason.
Well, with all the past history, I guess you're a great gentleman, but we don't want to see you here again in a year. That's the issue.
Yeah.
And
I told him that too.
You're agreeing to be a pinch hitter when
That's,
you're
that's where,
coming up with 2 strikes already.
that's where I try to negotiate some price on that also, otherwise it would have been more expensive in that situation,
Well, I did work with you on that a little bit. It's a lot of baggage.
I would go with a 1-year renewal is as far as I can go on this.
And you're confident that you could run this and get this renewal free through that 1 year? I mean, violation free through that 1-year renewal. Okay. Does anybody else have anything?
you make the motion, I'll second it.
I'll make a motion. But I don't want to see you here next year. I really don't,
I'll do my best.
I'm taking you at your word. And based on everything here, but don't want to see you next year. I don't want this for the neighborhood, in a lot of ways, I'll just make a motion that it's 1-year renewal.
Second.
And can we get a update as to the transfer approved, not approved, what the status is, just so we're.
Yep, so what I'm going to do, I'll make myself a note. I'm going to email the processor and let her know that transfer is coming through if she hasn't already seen it. And that we gave them the renewal today for 1 year based on the fact that please get that renewal scheduled for June.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna, hopefully she'll be able to kind of pull it out and push it up. So,
There's a motion and the second, all those, unless there's further discussion. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you all.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So good luck, wish you good luck and hope everything works out.
Yes.
I know
Good luck.
All of that.
next month though for the.
Well, for the, yes.
Scheduled in June.
Yeah,
We covered most everything today. That one might go a little bit quicker.
right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is RR 7138702 Western LLC.
Hi.
Good morning. Were you sworn in already?
Yes.
Okay. Could you state your name for the record?
Marcos Villalba.
Marcus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, and what are we doing today?
This is a renewal after violation. They had a violation in March of 25. It was one of those that kind of had slipped through, getting renewed. It was a pull tab machine violation, expired permit, employee permit records, paid $1,000 fine. They had a previous violation in 2023 for the manager's questionnaire and after hours, also for employee records. And then I know that the state is currently questioning the certificate of existence. Did you get that all resolved?
No, it's fixed, yeah.
Okay.
It was that and insurance, so, but I submit everything.
You fixed all that.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was no violation. Last year it was,
Okay, so you're not allowed pull tab machines and you got, do you have a way to track you? How are you tracking your employee permits?
yes, yeah.
How are you doing that?
Before I don't put too much attention on the permits, but, the guys, they come over and check, they told me, hey, you need to keep a folder with all the permits of your employees.
Mhm.
And before I'm new on this, this, and then I started, asking for the permits and I just keep it on my office, like somebody come over, try to check this, include mine too. So I got everything.
Do you keep track every month?
Yes, I know. Yes, every year I check and, when they have to renew or, I get a pay for the, renew, they do it. Yes. I only got like 4 bartenders, so,
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you owned it now? 3 years?
yes, 3, this is the fourth year.
Starting your fourth year.
Good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the employee permit records, you have to keep track of those. You have to
Mhm.
make sure all your bartenders have those.
Right,
If you put something in your office, because you're the manager, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
manage also.
Yeah.
Put something in your office on the wall that
Mhm.
says, Maria expires in July of 26 or something like that, just so
Right.
it's quick to look at,
Mhm.
might be helpful too. You resolved your after hours issues. You haven't had that problem anymore.
Nope.
Your permit was expired. Why was your permit expired?
It's because it was the same problem. I hired a accounting guy and he don't submit the same piece of paper. What I was having trouble this year again. So I gonna change the guy because I don't think he's able to do like the paperwork what I need.
Okay,
So this year I gotta find somebody else who helped me with the paperwork and we did it quickly.
okay,
So yeah, so that guy was the accounting guy. It was like he wasn't doing his job. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
okay. And you've had no violations, right, since March of last year?
Yes, yeah, the whole year's it's been good.
Okay,
Like no after hours. I've been keeping the track on the employees permits and we close at 2:30 completely. So yeah. And we check IDs. Uh we do like everything. We're on that really, really heavy on that. If they don't got no ID, they gotta check.
okay,
And I hire security of Fridays, Saturdays, and sometimes we get when we get some events like DJ or something like that, but it's not very often.
okay.
Yeah.
So no problems, no police calls out there or anything?
Well, sometimes, but it is on the outside, because I told the people like the guys, mostly the guys, or even sometimes the females, like if they want to fight, they gotta go out. So and sometimes they call the cops, but it's not. I mean, it's in the parking lot, but inside it's not been a problem lately. But it's really hard to to keep it like that, but we've been working a lot on that, so
Okay,
we try to keep, the bar like, no problems, no fights, we see somebody's like start problems, we tell them you gotta go before, you get, violent with another people or something like that, or more problems, yeah.
okay, then do you make them leave the parking lot, get in your car?
Yes, yeah, get your car, get out of here, like, we call the cops, but because the people, they don't wanna leave, no, because they're started the problem already. Yeah,
Okay, so why do you think there are fights occurring? Are people getting overserved and drinking too much? Because
No, it's-
your bartenders, that's important for your bartenders, to
yes,
cut people off.
it's not that, sometimes, I will say, is right there is a lot of young guys, their gang things, gang problems, but I've been really strict with them. Like, I don't, as soon as they start some little problems, they're not welcome in my bar. As soon as they got one incident or one problem at the bar, they're not welcome no more.
Okay,
I don't care what they begging and like, hey, please, I don't gotta have, no. No, I don't let them come back.
and you've been sticking to that?
Yes, that's why it's no more fights and no more problems, because I only, let get in the people, they come over and have fun, drink, and they go home, so no problem. So if somebody fight in the bar, I don't care who is it, they're not welcome no more.
Okay.
Have you heard anything from county police with any concerns?
No, I haven't seen or heard anything, just I kind of know a little bit of the history there, but nothing lately that's been on the radar.
Is this the Chinese? Those Chinese?
No, it's the old I'm thinking corporate name, Fire Rock.
Fire, okay, that was it.
It's like Force,
Okay.
with corporate name.
Are there any questions?
No, sounds like there were problems, sounds like you put a lot of work cleaning it up,
One year.
that's the purpose, that's the goal for this process.
It's already been 1 year without any violations.
Okay,
It was March of last year, so
okay,
was the last one. The ones were prior to that.
okay, good. Pleasure of the board.
Unless anybody feels differently, I make a motion for a 2-year renewal.
Second. Motion in the second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
But before we start the next one, just wanna, forgot to mention it earlier for the record, I do work at the same, firm, it's Frank Augustino. I have no, involvement in that matter, and it's not a conflict of interest under Deanna. I'll just, for transparency purposes, just putting out there that we
Yeah.
work in the same firm, but again, nothing to do with that matter.
Okay,
All right, thank you. Next up is Beer Belly Barbecue. RS 7143728. Why don't you stand, because you didn't get sworn in yet. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you have given on your application or any testimony you may give to any questions asked by the board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Hello,
Good morning. Could you
Good morning.
state your name for the record, please?
Tiffany Foltz.
And Tiffany, what is your role with
I am owner and manager.
and before we get too much further, Tiffany, I did not see that you posted the orange sign. Did you get the orange sign?
I got the orange sign. Latoya was supposed to post it. It wasn't posted.
Not as of yesterday, Wednesday. I didn't see it on the building. I didn't see it out by the road. I didn't
Let
see
me
it.
ask her, cause she said she posted it. Did you post the orange sign? It's in the window. She said, Where, which window? Where she said she didn't see it as of yesterday. Oh, she said she posted it yesterday.
No, it's gotta be posted 10 days
10
prior.
days
to the
prior to.
meeting.
Okay,
Okay,
all right. Okay, so
it needs to be posted 10 days, so you might as well leave it up, and then
Yep.
we will have to continue this
okay,
until, the June meeting.
June
which is June
24th.
June 24th. Okay,
Yep, so it has to be posted the full 10 days prior to the meeting, so like
Yeah,
he said, just leave it up now.
okay,
And then make sure the windows aren't too tinted, that somebody can actually see that there's a sign.
okay,
They can get out of the car and walk up and read it if they have to, but they have to be able to see the sign. So if the windows are too tinted, because I know they're pretty dark, you might have to move it to the outside of the building, secure it, or put it on a stick out by the road or mailbox or
or
something.
just
Okay.
take it on the window.
okay.
Yeah. take it
All
on
right.
out.
All right,
June
motion
24th.
to,
Continue until June 24th.
Second,
motion to the second to continue. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
Matt, sorry.
same time and place, just
Alright.
on the 24th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is RH 7130420 Wingate South Bend. It's a transfer. Good morning.
Last but not least,
Could you both state your name for the record and your position?
Yeah, Upman Patel. I'm the owner of the hotel.
Silvio Martino, manager.
I'm sorry, which Patel are you?
Upman, UPVA.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Joe's? Or Jay's?
Jay, yeah. We moved from Niles.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to explain what's going on today?
Yes, just purchased the hotel last year and requesting a transfer of ownership.
Okay, so tell me, why did I do an inspection last year? Didn't I do an inspection last year?
We purchased the hotel in September, so was it before September?
No, maybe I'm getting my hotels mixed up.
No, I saw you at the Baymont.
Okay,
That was,
you
2
own
years
that one
ago.
also?
yes, that was 2 years ago.
Okay. I
3 years ago, actually.
know
Yeah.
that-
This is,
Inspection, okay.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
used
I
to
know
be
which
the-
one. Yeah, I
Yes.
know which one it is, but
Yeah.
okay,
Good
that's why,
memory.
yeah, that's why I'm looking at your face going, I've already had done inspections for you.
Yeah, different
Okay.
hotel, different hotel.
Got it. So you bought this one in the fall of last year. Okay.
You are gonna manage?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, can you tell me your name again?
Silvio Martino. SILVIO.
You're the ones being emailing me.
Yeah, I emailed you. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, look that over, please.
Okay.
The first 2 pages, I believe, are the pages that you submitted with the
Yes.
application.
Mhm.
The next 2 are the ones like of the banquet room and the floors.
Mhm.
So just make sure that those are
Yeah.
accurate. You haven't done any remodel other than cosmetic,
No,
right?
cosmetic.
Or,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with those, if you could sign the other pages and then you're free to take copies
Oh,
or
perfect.
pictures if you can, or,
Perfect. Thank you.
or I can even make a note to email them to you if.
Okay, if
you'd
we do
rather
both,
that.
just so I have something.
Yep. So this one is a little bit different, because you have an actual restaurant in the hotel. So I guess just tell the board kind of what your experience is running an actual restaurant in the hotel. What your plans are, what your hours are gonna be, things like that. and We'll ask questions.
Yeah, me, I've been, I'm new to Indiana, but I've been managing, Jay's, the one in Niles just past the state line. I can say it now, but since I was 15, so I mean, that I have,
That's Michigan anyway.
yeah, I have over 30 years of doing this. You know, I have a great staff. My staff's been with me. I have people that are with me for 20 years, 25 years, 18 years. So I mean, this is what I've done my whole life. You know, and what we do with Jay's is different. You know, I don't like to call it a bar, especially over the last 10 years. We're more of a restaurant feel. We have a great chef in-house. And I don't know if any of you've been there, but you know, great food, yeah, you know, family environment. We actually even, there's a close church, next to us. And, he wrote a letter of support for me too. I can give you guys if you'd like. I mean, we run it really good. We run something we're proud of. You know, we're a staple in the community. Even though we were in Niles, a lot of our business was in South Bend. The move wasn't planned. It was a lot to do, but we're happy where we're at. I mean, we've been operating in there, so it's, you know, like I said, no problems, no issues.
So Jay's closed down and.
Bays and
basically-
Niles closed because there was a sale pending of the
Okay.
property. And so then we transferred,
Into the
we
hotel.
found, you know, this relationship, so we transferred into the hotel. And then unfortunately, that one's still on a pause, but we're much happier in Indiana. So it's,
Okay.
I think, I mean, if you've been in Michigan, you'd really appreciate Indiana. So-
Well, hopefully you have a lot of the same clientele.
Yeah,
so far.
but we picked up a lot of new ones. I think that area, that little corridor, it needed something like what we offer. There's just not a lot of sit-down restaurants.
Mhm.
So, you know, I think it needed it. So we felt very welcomed. It seems like we've got a lot of good reviews from everybody around there.
So I'm not familiar with Jay's. What kind of food do you have and what are the hours of the restaurant? gonna be?
We're open we're open on Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. We open at 11 AM and we say we're closed until at midnight, but if we have some people staying later, we'll stay later. And then the rest of the week, we open until, technically we can open till 3:30. But we don't, well, 3 last call, but we don't usually stay open that late unless we have like hotel guests or if it's a football weekend, something like that.
Okay.
So we just play it by ear, but we don't do any type of DJs or we're not into the night scene. I mean, if anything, we cater just to the people in the hotel and the regulars we have.
Okay,
But I've been there, done that. I'm too old for that. So we don't really do the late night thing.
okay. And what we tell everybody, because it's true, the last man standing is the last guy that has a problem.
Yeah,
So it's like, don't be that guy
we
that stays open till 3
transitioned-
unless you want the
We
problem.
transitioned out of that at the old Jays and Niles during COVID. We found like a new niche. We do like a little bit of acoustic music through dinner and we focus more on that and it's worked out for us.
Good.
So, and that's what we brought over to the new place.
Okay,
And then we focus on a lot of like, we do a lot of food, like, birthday parties, graduations, reunions, that type of thing.
yeah.
You know, word to the wise, you need to card everybody.
Yeah.
Because you're in the shadow of a lot of colleges and universities, and St. Joe County is blessed with a lot of young people, a lot of influx of people. And the state excise, one of their roles is to check, and they do, and it's expensive. You know, if somebody sells a mine or a beer, it's probably gonna be $1,000 fine, and you can't afford that. You
Yeah,
can't
we have,
recoup that.
on Wednesday night, we have a wing night and we
Yeah.
have someone stationed at the door and we
Yeah.
use scanners. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, the only 2 days that we open later, we always have someone at the door too.
Yeah.
So we're, even though, I mean, sometimes we only have 15 people in the place, but we always have someone at the door for safety
Yeah.
reasons too.
Yeah.
We don't like the girls being in there by themselves, so.
There are unique rules for hotels as far as who could be in the restaurant or the setup or
No,
regular.
not really for the restaurant bar area. No minors can sit at the bar, but, yeah, with all the new minors are allowed in there dining and whatnot. Yeah.
Any other questions of the board?
You posted your orange sign, right?
Yes.
Did you bring that affidavit?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Yep.
What's the
Right.
pleasure of the board?
I'll make a motion for approving the transfer.
Second.
Motion on the second, for approval. All those in favor signify by aye. Aye.
I did have one other question for you. This, this is new to me, so I'm a little confused. I want to make sure that there's no business interruption. So I've read online that between the issuing of the paper permit, the new permit, there's like, is there a letter of authority or something that you can, how does it?
They don't issue letters of authority anymore.
Alright, so I'm glad.
no. So
Yeah.
when does the current permit expire?
Oh, not till the end of the year.
Oh, okay, so you're fine. It's one permit, just as soon as the other one is issued, it just takes over.
Okay, so
There's
then
not gonna be any.
will I get well, because with the liquor companies to order liquor, they're all asking for like, they always ask for the permit
You should be able to order under the current license.
until the actual paper thing.
Because I'm assuming you have a manager's questionnaire, right? Yeah, allowing you to manage that business.
yes.
So yes, just order under the current license.
Okay, until the new one comes in the mail.
Correct.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Yep.
And then, I don't know how well these pictures look. Can you email me?
Okay, I will. Once
Thank
I
you.
scan them and put them in our system, I'll send it.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have fun.
Very nice meeting you guys. Thank you.
There being no additional business before the board, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'll let you adjourn.
Motion,
Second.
motion in the second, all those in favor signify by aye.
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 Okay, meeting adjourned.
Tim, you guys aware that Scott Mortakis passed away?
No,
More,
oh, yes, yes.